Ah, the old Aardman logo. Let's look at it, because it's nostalgic for plenty of people in the 1980s, 1990s, and 2000s. Wallace and Gromit is where the company started, and there were 3 TV specials that aired back then with one more coming over a decade afterwards. They're all great, so how about we discuss the 4 specials by ranking them from weakest to strongest? As usual, before going into the grand adventures, I need to give you guys a spoiler alert so the service I do for you is done well. Have your hole ready, because I can sense a big Geronimo coming towards us with just my nose. Hey, I'm Owen the Fictionboy, and here's my top 4 Wallace and Gromit specials. A Matter of Loaf and Death. The man and dog duo are going about their bakery business as bakers have been murdered by an unknown serial killer, and suddenly, the former Bakelite girl, Paella, was in danger, so after Wallace saves her and Fluffles the poodle, Wallace fell in love with the woman, yet when Gromit went to return Paella's purse one night, he discovers that she is the one responsible for the bakers' deaths, and Wallace is her next target. While I liked this short film nearly as much as the others, there were 2 drawbacks as to why this is the weakest one. The first is that Wallace is a tad too naive, even by his standards, like he believed that Gromit bit Paella, and the other is that there are similarities to a superior special, which I'll get to later. That said, the stop motion was at its best, the action is pretty good, and the subplot of Gromit and Fluffles' romance is nice. Quite a scrumptious sandwich to me. The Wrong Trousers. Wallace gives Gromit techno trousers to use for walks outside for his birthday, much to Gromit's dismay. And when a mysterious penguin came into their house, Gromit ran away when he stopped getting Wallace's affection, as if not having enough money to pay debt wasn't bad enough. The penguin is actually a criminal disguised as a chicken, and the boy reworked the techno trousers and uses Wallace to steal a diamond. This was another nice short, as it was an entertaining story, since you can't help but feel sorry for the mutt, and Feathers McGraw is quite a threat with or without the rubber glove on his head, especially when he has his gun and when he prepares for almost everything. What's really exhilarating is the toy train chase sequence, as you don't see stuff like that happen all the time. The only downside here is that the claymation has aged a bit, though everything else still holds up, so it's still a fun thing to watch. A Grand Day Out. When Wallace and Gromit realize that they are out of cheese in the house, they decide to spend their bank holiday at the moon to see if it's really made out of cheese. So they build a rocket ship to get there, and despite a few bumps here and there, they make it and try the cheese, as well as meet a coin-operated robot who at first did nothing, but functioned once the duo left it. While it is the eldest of the bunch, it remains a magnificent marvel to behold. Sometimes all you need is a simple premise and some conflicts, with the robot being the closest thing there is to an antagonist. However, the robot also picks up an interest in skiing once knowing about it, and it's nice seeing him do that notwithstanding the issues he had with those who came to his home planet and interfered with it. While the animation's oldness is noticeable, it remains a classic, though not quite as amazing as A Close Shave. Man, all of these specials are classics, yet this one really takes the cake for me. Wallace and Gromit, who are window cleaners here, are unsure of who's been biting stuff in their house, but they get called by Wendelin for their service and meet her dog, Preston, who is surely up to something. The duo then see the intruder was a small sheep named Sean, who they clean along with keep as a pet, and we get a glimpse of the sewing machine. Preston then frames Gromit for butchering the missing sheep, who were actually let loose and moved into Wallace's home, and the poor mutt gets sentenced to prison, making Wendelin feel guilty for the crime. This was a truly phenomenal tale, as you feel even more bad for Gromit and what he's been through. The chases and fights are good, the animation is decent, and I don't think anyone thought Preston was actually a robot, What ain't surprising is that Sean was a new icon for the company, as he got his own series and movies. Another reason to love this special. In case it wasn't clear, I recommend seeing all of these short films, regardless if you have physical copies or they're on a streaming service you have. They're all stop-motion spectacles. Still need more fiction? Then please give this video a like, subscribe, share, and turn on notifications. Also comment below and follow me on Instagram for teasers and thumbnail previews of videos to come in the future. Thanks for watching, see you again soon, and good night-o!